Well, hello,
Hi.
and welcome back to another episode of Not Coming Soon. As you can tell by the name of this podcast and by how long it's been since we have brought you a new episode, the name is twofold. The episode will not be coming soon, and the movie that we're going to be talking about is not going to be coming soon. Some may say never. Some haters out there might say never.
Right.
But that's not what we believe in our hearts.
Nope. Never say never.
My name is Jeff Myers.
And my name is Ryan Myers. Thank you for joining us on this journey, this long, arduous journey.
So today is part 3
That's right.
of
That's right.
Marvin, Mulder, Watney, and Watney LLC.
LLC.
Now, this is a tale about aliens and convincing people of aliens and showing the world that aliens exist. But before we get to the final part of... I'm not even going to say it again because there's two... this was a bad name.
I think it's a great
I'll say it. I'll say it.
Yeah.
It was a bad name.
I still love it because no other movie has any title that's like this at all.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that's a good point. I did for you diehard fans out there. I did see the word foyer written somewhere, and I don't know about you guys, but Red Oak for the foyer was all I could think about. And that's what we do here. We give you an earworm.
The only thing on my mind.
That's right. And now anytime you see any law firm, CPA firm, 3 names, you're gonna think of this movie. I'm telling you, man. It's good. It's a good title.
Right. Well, we'll get to Mulder, Marvin, Mulder, Watney, and Watney LLC in just a little bit. But before we do that, as always, we're going to give you an update on what we are watching in the home. So it's been a while. It has been quite some time, so we have some time to catch up on things. However, you still have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine. Is that correct?
That's unfortunately correct.
Okay.
It's just, it hasn't been in the cards. And
who knows what'll happen by the time this episode airs.
That's right.
Don't judge him too harshly.
Right. Actually, pity me if you're going to do anything, because think of all the fun little tidbits that you got to experience in the theater with everyone else for the first time. I got to experience that on my feed on Instagram. So,
yeah, see this was ridiculous, dude. This by far they just gave up on hiding any cameos about a week into this theatrical run.
Absolutely.
I could not believe it.
There's a full-fledged meme. Okay, I haven't let myself admit that this is a cameo in this movie specifically, because it doesn't say it technically, but obviously that's what it is. But Channing Tatum as Gambit, I'm assuming is from this movie. Love your poker face, pal.
I think that's that would have been really cool.
But that one,
did you know that he was supposed to be Gambit for they were trying to do a Gambit movie for quite some time. It's probably some test footage.
Oh my gosh.
That has not been revealed yet. That's probably what you saw.
Probably what that is.
That's probably what you saw.
Well, so say that is what I saw.
Right.
It is a full-fledged meme format. It is a format that is used
big time.
over and over and over and over again for many different purposes. And I've never seen a spoiler used that heavily, that quickly.
Really quick.
So
really
quickly.
But not even just the internet, but the stars of the movie.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is out there fully posting thank you posts to all the cameos. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree with the decision to be so cavalier with spoiling it.
Thank you.
So quickly.
So
Like, if it was happening, like, I think at this point, I would say that if you didn't see it, but I would say if you hadn't seen it at this point, you don't care enough to have been to be spoiled. I think you do kind of care.
I care quite a bit.
And that is what's so shocking about the fact that
I
you
know.
still haven't seen it.
I was on vacation last week, the week before.
Life is busy. Life is busy, but usually life does find a way.
You hit me. You had to hit me with the JP. Brutal.
Yeah. So let's move on. Let's let you.
I'm sure you all enjoyed it.
Yep.
I will.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Maybe next week. Early next week. I'm not gonna make any promises, but
okay.
Tentative plans.
All right. There you go.
There you go.
Well, while you enjoy that, while you haven't been enjoying that,
thank you.
What have you been enjoying? What are you watching?
Been more on the tube. Been watching some television shows.
Okay.
The nightly wind down show that we are using right now is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Ah, very fun.
Yep. Having an absolute ball with it. Although there's times where Larry David's writing this, so I can, there's always two sides to every story, so we're getting Larry David's side to what I'm assuming is parts of his life. It seems, but it's like the level that the supporting cast around him just gaslights him like this the whole time. Sometimes like it makes me like almost mad. It's so funny, but there's some like, dude, oh god. But having a great time with Curb Your Enthusiasm. We're only, how many seasons are there like total?
8.
8. Okay, so we are.
I'm not sure.
We're still in its original run.
Okay.
Because I know it came back like a couple years ago. It started in like the early 2000s.
Yes. Yeah, it started in the early 2000s, and it took like, I want to say they took off like 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So.
And they came back.
Yeah. So we're still on their original run in the 2000s. He looks the same, which is pretty wild. But his wife is played by the mom in
Cheryl
RV.
Hines.
Yes.
Also, the wife of RFK Jr. So, very cool. Robert F. Kennedy
Oh
Jr.
my god, I'm sorry. Dude, I couldn't get Machine Gun Kelly out of my head. And no other name came to me at all. That was bizarre. Really?
Yes. Very surprising.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay. Very
No
wild.
comment.
Yeah.
Just, all right. Yes. From RV.
Correct. That's crazy. And I can't, so his business partner or his manager, Jeff, I'm trying to
Marvin.
Yeah, that's all I think about. He's so funny. He's one of those guys just like Daddy Daycare was what Jeff obviously just referenced. And Jeff is his actual name Garland. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if that was the character name or the
I think it is
name.
I think it is the
It's slightly different. It's like green or it's not the same.
Yeah. The last name is definitely different, but I think it is
Garland is
Jeff
Yes, his first name is Jeff. Yes, correct.
Okay.
So funny. Just from Daddy Daycare is what Jeff and I, ironically Jeff, grew up watching this actor in, and so his voice to me is just hilarious. So of course, watch Daddy Daycare.
Nice.
Recently, because it holds up pretty good. Steve Zahn mauling it.
Unbelievable.
So funny.
Did you watch White Lotus?
Oh yeah, I watched White Lotus.
That's coming back.
Yeah.
And the cast, unreal.
Oh really?
I can't wait. Do you have opinions on Walton Goggins?
I love Walton Goggins, and this is only because I casted him in one of the movies I made up back in the day for Herein Lies the Rub. So now whenever I see Walton Goggins, I'm just like stoked. Because his name's hilarious.
I love Walton Goggins. He's so friggin' funny, dude.
Sweet. He gives off phenomenal White Lotus vibes.
Yes.
That's great to hear. They're in Thailand?
Yeah.
Okay. So White Lotus, I actually watched season 2 before I watched season 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Emily watched season 1 as I was like in and out. Like that was her show. She would watch when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I just saw bits and pieces. And so I was like, I'll watch season 2, and just obsessed with season 2. So I'm like, obviously got to go back and watch season 1. So now I'm just a full-fledged fan. Mike White,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Schneebly in School of Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. The freaking just artistry that this show is done with, and the just intricate relationships, and it's so suspenseful even though nothing's really happening. Just like every once in a while his face will just like pop in my head and be like, how is this dude doing this?
Did you know that he was a pretty serious Survivor contestant?
Really?
Yeah, like not celebrity Survivor, just Survivor.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The man is a wild man.
He is a wild man. Interesting. But that
always keep you guessing.
There's a funny bit in Curb Your Enthusiasm about Survivor, where someone refers to an individual as a survivor, to wit, Larry David is assuming he means of the Holocaust. It's not. He just was a contestant on Survivor. So shenanigans ensue from there.
Oh gosh.
Mike White on Survivor. That's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, Steve Zahn's, he's season 1, right, of White Lotus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Speaking of phenomenal television, the other show that I have been immersing myself in here is FX's The Bear.
FX is the Bear.
Fearless. Okay.
Fearless.
I love this. Like, I can. Do you ever watch like an iconic show from back in the day, and you're like, as this aired, did people know this was gonna be what it eventually became? Watching this show, I feel like this could be one of those, because it is unbelievably good. Like it's chaotic and insane, but so well put together. They know exactly what they're doing with every little bit and piece, and you can see it. It makes sense. It's, oh my gosh, isn't it technically a comedy?
They submitted as a comedy to the Emmys,
especially like midway through season 2.
Yeah,
you can't.
It's a full-on category fraud.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So hard-hitting, so emotional.
Could you
so
imagine,
dramatic.
like, being a lead actor on Abbott Elementary, and for the past 3 years you've had to go up against people on the Bear?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, not fair. Yeah, I just think of your supporting actors. You got what's the guy? Oh my gosh, on Abbott Elementary, the goofy teacher.
The goofy teacher. I don't know their name. I don't know anybody.
I don't know his name, but like her like buddy.
Yeah.
Can you picture him talking about?
Yeah. No.
So him versus Rich are going head to head against supporting actor for comedy.
It's like it's completely different genres.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like if they tell some jokes in Breaking Bad, but I'm not gonna call it a comedy.
Yeah. Like it's got Bryan Cranston, the dad from.
That's right.
The dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Obviously, is a comedy.
But
well,
yeah, The Bear.
You are roughly halfway through season 3. Is that right?
Yeah, they're like 10 episodes in season 3.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe less. Maybe like 8.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I'm on 4 or 5, so either way, yeah.
How do you feel about season 3? because the reception has been very mixed on season 3 versus the other two.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think they're doing exactly what they wanted to do, where season 1 is just insanity, like chaos. Season 2 is still chaos, but like with some like refined features. And then now they're moving into, it's like, I feel like they've been doing this on purpose. Now that they're kind of settling, you're getting into the more dramatic. There's less shouting. There's still obviously shouting is a big part of the show. Shouting, yelling, cursing, all that. But it's all getting, I just feel like it's getting deeper. More dramatic. Less comedic, actually. I mean, so I appreciate the arc. But what are people, are they saying it's too much of a change?
I don't know if they're saying it's too much of a change. I think that they think that the previous seasons were more cohesive. I don't know. I feel, I do agree, having seen the whole season, that season 1 and season 2 definitely like finished.
Okay. Yeah.
This one does feel like a little stretched out, and like they wanted to tell a 2-season story that they didn't have enough runway to, or they didn't have enough content to fill 2 seasons, but it was too long for 1 season. So that there was maybe a filler episode, or like but I thought that that added to everything. I really liked it.
Okay.
And I wonder if it is what has happened is the first season was like a sleeper hit, and it really did come out of nowhere. And then the second season was like, oh wow, good for them. They got like Jamie Lee Curtis to come on the show, everybody, like Olivia Colman. Look how many people like loved this show and wanted to be a part of it, and and now in season 3, I feel like it is overexposed in a way.
Okay.
Or people have been overexposed to it, where they were either expecting too much of it or like over it.
Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. That's always the thought I have, or not the overexposure part, but the whenever a show is good and it's still coming out, the thought is always, you can't possibly sustain this level of quality. Like I don't know how they, like in The Sopranos, did like 9 however many seasons of Sopranos there are, and it's just like hard-hitting television for all 9. So I'm always concerned with a show I really like that it's going to fall off. And I haven't felt like it has so far in season 3.
No.
I wonder if I like your theory of there may be just a broader, different group of people focused on it now. That it might not be for you. You don't have to like it. Emily doesn't like it. Yeah. That's why I watch it by myself. It's too angry and loud, which I totally understand.
Yeah, no, I totally get that complaint. But no, I appreciate it.
So go watch The Bear.
Yeah.
On
The Bear.
Ad-supported Hulu, baby.
Wow.
That we get for free from our Spotify subscription. So.
Okay, well, I mean, you're just working the system.
That's precisely correct. Every time I get fed up with it, I'll like forget that that's why we have it, and be like, we gotta change this up, and they're just like, yeah, well, we get it for free, and I was like, oh, okay, I forget about that. That's fair. I'll take it. Although it takes a 30-minute episode and turns it into 45, which is not something you consider.
That is actually there's significant time savings.
It really is. And then
over the course of 3 episodes, you get an extra episode.
Yeah. Or if you want to bring movies into this,
oh dude,
you got the 2-hour movie turns into 3. Not really. It's not that bad. But it's not good, I'll tell you that much.
Does Hulu do this thing? Because Peacock does this thing.
Front load.
Yes, ads. Front load. Where it says, watch these collection of ads and then your movie will be ad-free or something like that.
I don't think we have that option. Sometimes a sponsor will come on and be like, hey, this movie's on us. And then they'll do that, I think, from time to time. But I think there's relatively consistent commercials throughout. And whoever's editing them in, like choosing where to splice them, has to have some sick thrill about making it the funniest possible change. The weirdest cut and into the weirdest commercial. I know I would do that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I would try to get, like, cohesive dialogue going. Like, a response to a line. I would 100% do that. It's fun. I mean, especially when it's, like, an intense movie. Or, like, the scary movie. It helps you relax.
That's actually nice and mindful. I feel like Peacock ads are terrible. And now Amazon, I'm like, I'm not going to pay $4 extra. I watched The Boys on your service, and that is it.
Yeah, dude. We're back. We back. Full circle. We're just cable now.
Except not, because we have to go to a bunch of different freaking apps.
That's true.
Cable was better.
God. Yeah, well now there's the Hulu Disney Plus Max bundle?
Yeah, I don't know what that's
How does that even legally make sense? Financially, what? Huh? How do you do that?
It doesn't make sense.
But that's only to pay for it. I don't get to go to the Hulu Disney Plus Max bundle app.
But now Disney Plus, you can just go to Disney Plus for Disney Plus and Hulu. You have to have like the same email address that you subscribe to both on or something.
Oh. I wonder if we can't do that because of this. Oh, it's a different email. It's a different email because mine is Disney Plus and hers. Okay. No. But what's weird is it will the search bar on Roku kind of gets it that they're the same, but doesn't. So if Disney owns it, it will say you can watch this on either Hulu or Disney Plus. But then we'll go and try to watch it on Disney Plus and we can't watch it. It's like this title doesn't exist or something like that. Robots aren't smart enough yet. What do you watch?
Yeah. Well. What I am with it. So I've taken in a couple films.
Okay, good.
Taken in a couple films.
Good.
So I went to go see Longlegs in the theater.
Okay. Yeah. How did that go?
It went okay. It was fine.
Okay.
I had a good time.
Okay.
I was entertained. That's it. I was entertained, and Nicolas Cage is really going for it.
Fantastic.
Really going for it.
Good. Excellent.
So that is evident. But it was like right on the edge of being a little bit too much for me in the theater. Like I didn't like there was some haunting imagery and like just in your face kind of cuts and stuff like that. So it was a little bit right on the edge. But I was expecting another thing to be right on the edge. I went to go see Trap as well, the M. Night Shyamalan movie about a father who's taking their daughter to a concert, and he finds out that it is a trap to catch him, a serial killer.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be intense. I thought it was going to be a little scary. I thought it was going to be like a Night Shyamalan thriller.
There you go.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. There were laugh out loud moments in this movie.
On purpose?
Like on purpose. Yeah, fully on purpose. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Like there would be like I don't know. The movie Trap is all about this trap and him springing the trap, finding ways to spring the trap. And it is just like a continual like process of him like trying to find ways out, and it's almost comedic when he is foisted from different avenues.
And he's a serial killer?
Yeah. But they don't really go too much into it. Like it's kind of like
seems pretty minor.
They don't go too much in and follow him doing things. It is kind of like a bottle episode in this stadium.
Huh.
There's like maybe 10 or 15 minutes at the end that are more in the like thriller genre, but never crosses into horror. It's funny.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. His is a little nepotism-y, but his daughter is the like pop star who's putting on this concert, and who does play a critical role towards the end of the movie. It was a really big showcase for her. She did a great job. Like,
that's good. That's good. Don't you feel guilty? I would feel like I would never be able to not feel guilty or weird about that. Now, she might have auditioned, been the best person for the role. It's entirely possible.
Entirely possible.
It seems a little unlikely, but I'm glad you said what you said about Long Legs, because everyone else has just been telling, because we have not seen it. We were debating going to see it in the theater because obviously Nick Cage loved Nick Cage, and we heard so much about it, wanted to go see it, but ultimately decided we couldn't. We should wait for it to come out, so watch it at home.
Good idea.
But most of the people were saying that it's not that bad. It's more thrillery. It's not. It's like the comparison we kept hearing was Silence of the Lambs and Seven.
I would say that it is worse than both. Well, yeah, I would say that it is more than both of those.
Yeah.
Just because there is like
there's nothing
almost like
I mean, I guess
there's a mystical angle to it a little bit.
Okay.
And
it's like the occult. Isn't the occult involved?
Yeah. But there are jumps. There are like, it is in the vein of some of these like recent lower budget, like mid-tier budget, horror movies from like A24. It's like like it's in that subgenre, I would say. Okay. So I would say that it is more than both of those, both Silence of the Lambs and I think people are saying Silence of the Lambs because it's a female detective hunting a serial killer.
Yeah.
A young female detective who's hunted down a serial killer. But there's
well, so gotcha. Is Long Legs a reference at all to spiders in the movie? Fantastic. Cool. Okay, cool. Then I feel a little bit better about it already.
They let you know what it is pretty quick.
Let's see if I can cut this, but is it like a leg fetish?
No.
Oh.
When you see it, you'll know.
Right on.
And you can let me know how you feel about it.
What the hell? Okay. All right. Intrigued. Now I'm intrigued and a little frightened. Well, I was already frightened, so. But nice.
Okay, so the other thing that I have seen in our time away is something that hit a little bit too close to home when we're talking about Marvin, Mulder, and Watney LLC.
Okay.
I watched Fly Me to the Moon.
Okay.
Which is an Apple TV. See, this is such a weird thing, and the whole Apple TV branding needs to be rethought. So I guess this is an Apple original film.
Oh.
So this is an Apple original film.
Okay. Yep.
All of the posters. Had they been advertising this to you?
Yeah.
Like on like billboards and stuff like that?
Not billboards, so they're in theaters. There were posters for it. I don't recall. I may have seen like one trailer. but they weren't that many, and I was surprised it came out as early as it did, given when I first heard about it.
The posters to me felt way too clean.
Okay.
Like artificial feeling. Like I saw a lot of people saying like this feels like a fake 30 Rock movie.
Like, I believe that. Yeah.
And it kind of felt like that watching it too.
Okay.
It was like it felt very generic, even though we had like Channing Tatum. I would say Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson, great movie stars. They can sell tickets.
Yeah.
No problem. So I think that they did as good a job as they could with the movie that it was.
Right.
But it just was kind of hollow. Felt kind of hollow. Like there was too many ideas that they wanted to throw in there. Well, do you know the basic premise?
Yeah, it's like them faking the moon landing. Kind of.
Okay.
No. Okay.
So Scarlett Johansson's character is brought in by the Nixon administration she is a marketing person.
Okay.
And she is brought in to sell the U.S. on the space program. There was dwindling support.
Wow, this does hit
for
close
the.
to her.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
It's close to home.
Wow.
Yeah. So her job is
to
to convince people that this is a good American initiative, and it is important, and like inspire the people to continue to support the space program.
Okay.
Because I think that they were struggling to secure funding for various things and whatever. So she's brought in to convince the public.
Okay.
And and Channing Tatum and her bop heads because Channing Tatum's all about the science.
Yes. Channing Tatum's all about... Okay.
Yes. So I heard that in a previous iteration of this project, Jason Bateman was going to direct and Chris Evans was going to play the Channing Tatum role, which I think would have been more convincing. I think that it was good. He was good. But I think Chris Evans has like the ability to be a little bit more schmarmy. Schmarmy.
Gotcha. I like it. Okay.
Which he needed like a combination of like Channing Tatum's a little meatheady in this role.
Yeah.
But there's like
he's about the science though.
He's about the science.
Gotcha. Do they talk about faking the moon landing at any point?
Yes, they do. They do.
I swear they talk about it in the trailer.
That's where I think it went one step too far.
Okay.
And the way that they do it, I'm just gonna spoil this.
Yeah, please.
Because it's not really like it's not groundbreaking cinema that you need to. Yeah. You don't need to go see it.
Okay.
So Woody Harrelson is like Nixon's man, on the case, and he's the one who put Scarlett Johansson in this role and has continued to keep a watchful eye and has come through with different requests and help along the way and whatever. He comes to Scarlett Johansson and he's like, okay, so we're not going to take the feed from the moon and broadcast it. We need you to film an alternative. And we need you to broadcast that live.
Do both.
Do both.
Do both.
Do both.
Okay.
But the broadcast is just because, we don't know what's going to happen to them up there. So if something bad happens, we don't want that to be broadcast. So what we need to do instead is broadcast a fake version at the same exact time that they're supposed to be landing on the moon. So just in case they die, we are able to prove success.
Right.
Which there's an added conflict because she's like, I've grown close to these guys. They're not gonna like that. They're whatever. They're gonna lose. I'm gonna lose their trust. Blah blah blah. So there's like a whole 30-minute secret session where they're like part of this movie where she is setting this thing in motion and starting this recording. And then she has a like sudden idea that she's going to actually be able to fix it, and she's going to be able to change she's gonna actually enable the broadcast on the actual moon landing module. So she works with the astronauts to fix whatever issues that they had with the broadcast module on the lunar lander, so that they could actually broadcast the real thing. And then she tricks Nixon's man into thinking that they were broadcasting the one that was happening in a hangar off to the side.
So they went through with both.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, they went through with both, but instead of broadcasting the fake one, they actually broadcast the real one.
Man,
which
nice.
Thank heavens they did.
Right.
Because guess what?
What?
A cat showed up on the set of the fake one.
No way.
Yeah. So if they had been broadcasting the fake one, we would have so much egg on our face. It'd be so obvious.
We look like fools. See, this is the best part of this brings out something that I had never considered in the moon landing conspiracy theories. What if it is a tape, but we did actually go as well? Like,
yeah, like it feels like, why
plan.
would you? There are so many conspiracy theories that are happening right now. Everybody is all like conspiracy pilled right now. So why would you introduce an alternate to the conspiracy and then go around and say, we put the conspiracy to bed? Like that's kind of like what was being said in parts of the parts of the media tour. Yeah. It's like we addressed the rumors and the conspiracies, but I think it's safe to say that.
What if this is the government trying to tell us that this is what they did?
But potentially.
It reminds me too much of in Unfrosted. Isn't Melissa McCarthy working on the filming of the moon landing?
Yes, dude. There are so many moon landing things that are happening this year. That's crazy.
So much moon landing.
Oh my gosh.
So great. Fly me to the moon.
Should we?
Did they play the song?
Talk about our.
Before we move on, did they play the song?
Yes.
Guys.
But was it the
remix?
I think it might have been an alternative version. It wasn't. I don't think it was.
Okay, that's slightly better.
Yeah. Yeah, but they had to.
Okay.
Well, should we now talk about another marketing agency that is going to try to convince the American people of something?
We should absolutely do that. And so, yes, folks, if you were like, that sounds familiar, that's because about 500, 600, 700 weeks ago, we introduced an idea to you that was the agency of Marvin, Mulder, and Watney LLC, which is an ad agency known for the famous Bigfoot footage. That was them. And they win a bid to work with the government to try to convince the public that aliens exist. Because they finally let the cap off. The government was trying to tell everyone that aliens exist, and now I think we were saying that the aliens are threatening. And the government needs the public support, but the public won't believe them because anything. It's tough. It's sometimes hard to believe. Sometimes the government. So the government is like, okay, so we need to bring in the professionals, which is Marvin, Mulder, and Watney LLC. So they are
LLC.
tasked with convincing the public of the existence of extraterrestrials in an effort to save the world.
Boom.
Boom. I think that's all we had, right?
That's pretty much it.
I feel like
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
I
feel
think
like we had some exciting ideas last time, and I can't remember what they were.
yeah, it happens. We're shaking the dust off.
That's right. We have the tapes.
So, yeah, I think we talked about like opening it with. What if we opened it kind of like The Big Short, where in the opening of The Big Short, it's a voiceover from Ryan Gosling, and he's talking about the creation of the mortgage-backed security.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
So what if we start with the original marketing agency's win with Bigfoot?
Yes.
And we have our main character for the rest of the movie giving a voiceover about the history of the firm.
Yeah.
And their success with Bigfoot.
Yes.
And then we can do like those quick edits where it's like, and it was a hit. And and then we show like Bigfoot festivals. We show the image on posters. We show like the TV shows like Finding Sasquatch
Bigfoot,
or Finding Bigfoot. Yeah, yeah. Like so we take us on this whole journey of where we are today in society and how many people believe in Bigfoot and all that.
Yes.
And then we go into.
I'm thinking that they're giving this presentation in a room of like employees on their first day, like to get people excited about the work ahead and like this is our legacy, and this is what we do here. Go forth.
Lovely. Yeah, I like it. Sweet. Cool.
That's fun.
I like that. So then we go and they pitch the government on this secret project or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? There's like some bake-off that's happening. They have like crazy NDAs. They have to go into this like bunker to give this pitch.
Yep.
And they're told that they've been awarded the contract to.
Yeah. So were you actually thinking that this is actually this is the presentation they're giving the government to prove we need to be on this? The Bigfoot presentation? Or
no, so I wasn't saying that there was a presentation that he was giving, but in like in the Big Short there's like fake old footage in the following this guy who was creating something that creating the mortgage security that ultimately collapsed. But he's not giving a presentation. It is just like documentary style footage that you're being shown.
Okay.
And it's not like a presentation. It's not like a pre-recorded video or whatever. But okay. So we have that in the beginning, and then well, maybe that is a good a good introduction. So we open with that, but instead of what I'm talking about, it is a presentation to new hires at this firm.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So we have a heritage in cryptozoology or whatever. And
there you go.
So we open with that, and then we have the main character go and meet with people at the office or whatever, and then they are given this opportunity to go pitch the government on some secret project. They're not allowed to know what it is about, but they are told that they need to prepare their best material, their best past campaigns or whatever.
Yeah. Do we show that their pitch to the government? And do we show them Bigfoot, or do we find another humorous conspiracy theory?
Ooh, we could do another humorous
Like
conspiracy
hit him with
theory.
Loch Ness or something.
Yeah. What if we hit them with?
Or we could flip it where Loch Ness is relatively successful, but then they save the Bigfoot pitch for the government.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we
Yeah.
do Loch Ness, and in the beginning, we start with Loch Ness,
Yeah.
and that was actually a campaign by Scotland.
Yes, the cut
to increase tourism.
Yes.
Um,
I love it. Yes. Yes. This fantastic from our clients, Scotland. That's fantastic. That's perfect. And then, do we say who the clients are for Bigfoot?
Where was that
Oh, good cue.
picture?
Pacific Northwest is what
That's what I thought.
thinking. I mean, we could do. I mean, like
Northern California.
really. Patterson's Gimlin.
Yeah.
Bluff Creek, California. Yeah, there you go. It could be those people. It could be like Hollywood.
It could be the outdoors industry,
or it could be like
hiking boots or like.
Oh yeah. It could be that. It could be I don't know, National
Cameras.
Geographic or cameras. Yeah. The National Parks Department, the U.S. Department of, what is that? Do they have the Interior? What is it?
That's a great question, and we'll figure that out.
We'll figure that out.
But yes,
Wait.
I think that's great. I think when we go and pitch the government, we can tout our success with another government department, the Department of Parks.
There we go.
Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
yes,
we have a series of initiatives
Yep.
that follow this successful pitch to the government.
Yes.
We had something about when everybody there was an event. We're all gonna storm Area 51.
Oh yes, because there's actual footage from that. Yes, that's them. Yes.
We're gonna storm Area 51, and in reality, there was nobody. There was aliens in there. There was all the evidence that they would have needed, and they had left the doors unlocked and everything. Like if they had actually done it, they could have they could have just walked right in. But nobody like real showed up. We get to the actual day, and everybody's looking around and they're like, "Where are any of you actually? Like, we're all paid actors."
Yeah.
Like people that the agency had hired to come and like rile up the crowd.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, people just like looking around, like trying to rile up the crowd.
Yeah, trying to
suss
out
a bunch of freaking weird people who are like the clip from, they were like doing a news interview. Or not an interview, it's just like an anchor was speaking at the site. And then some dude runs in the back of the screen.
Naruto run. Well,
yes,
I think we're doing great. But
that was good.
Okay, so we have a bunch of those little things that happen, and then did we talk about how we want to end it? Do we want to have all the aliens show up? And what if the government is scared because the aliens are going to be evil? But instead, the aliens are actually very nice.
I think that's great. Okay. Yes. Because I wanted this to end with the aliens getting there.
Yeah.
And then people finally... but I couldn't figure out a way to do that without that entailing the aliens destroying everybody. So them getting there and then being real cool.
Yeah. They're like, here's all this technology that'll help you.
Or, okay, does the public believe that, or are they literally like shaking hands with an alien and being like, I don't buy it.
Oh.
I think that might be a good way to end it. Like, even in the face, it's just, this has been such a shrouded topic for so long that nothing, even meeting them in real life, could prove aliens exist.
I was going to say, let's have it be like on TV in like a bar somewhere, and it's like a live news thing, and they're like shaking hands and everybody's like looking away, not in a care in the world.
Right.
But what if the government goes live on TikTok and it's just like, so we just go to a bunch of people like just scrolling through their TikToks, and then it comes up the live interaction with an alien and the president, and they're like, yeah, right, and just keep swiping.
100%. That's exactly how this ends. That's perfect. Guys, I just feel like that this should be
this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
I like this one. We're hitting. What was it? It's been a long time at this point. So what was our last one? Red Oak for the Foyer?
Before this one, let's see. Our last one was Table for Who.
Table for Who. That's right. Well, then there was one in the middle, because you were Red Oak for the Foyer, weren't you?
Yeah. So there's Table for Who, and then it's the White Horse.
Oh yeah.
And then it's Red Oak for the Foyer.
What was the White Horse? It wasn't that good. It wasn't too thought out. What?
The title wasn't, but the White Horse was about time travel, and like you go to these different points in time, and they're like, amusement parks basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's like real Westworld.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, this is good stuff.
We're cooking.
We are cooking.
So actors wise.
Oh yeah.
Owen Wilson popped in my head.
I love Owen Wilson. I think that's fantastic. It's a great.
Do we do another Owen Wilson Vince Vaughn? They're like a marketing agency pair.
Oh, that would be. I would. Yes, 100%. That's exactly what we do.
All right, moving on.
The third? The third is and I feel like it's someone that just like do not take seriously.
Well, Will Ferrell has to show up.
Oh, of course. He's the government.
Considering it part of it.
He's the government liaison.
Yeah.
It's like his Barbie role almost.
Oh yeah.
I can think of no other name other than Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn. He's a great third.
He's great. We got Marvin. Marvin is Steve Zahn's character's name in Daddy Daycare.
It's Kismet.
And then Owen Wilson as
Watney. Yeah. Okay. No, Mulder.
I think it's Mulder. Yeah.
It's Mulder. Yeah, Mulder.
And then Vaughn as Watney. And I think we did instigate a rule that this could be cast with actors from any era.
Yes.
So I'm saying I'm thinking this is like mid 2000s Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
I like it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I think that puts a close to the book.
I think so, and I think it's a great book. I'd read that book.
Great.
All right. So I think that means it's connection time.
I think it also means it's connection time, and I cut my rant about the blinds earlier, but I just want everybody to know that this is my flu game. I am out here. I'm out here braving the elements for you.
This is my flu game. That was good. Oh, man. Wow.
I cannot see anything.
Wow.
I'm going to figure out the blind situation for next episode because this is miserable.
You look great.
But I do it for you.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah.
Can you connect Steve Zahn to Scarlett Johansson?
Steve Zahn to Scarlett Johansson.
I like this one.
Okay. Steve Zahn to Scarlett Johansson. Let me do Steve Zahn is in Sahara. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's in Sahara with Matthew McConaughey, who is in Failure to Launch with Bradley Cooper, who is in He's Just Not That Into You with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh.
Let me just confirm that real quick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just Not That Into You with Scarlett Johansson and Bradley Cooper. Boom, boom, boom.
She's
Done.
in this movie?
Done. Boom. It's one of those like Valentine's Day.
He's Just Not That Into You?
Yeah.
I don't see... Oh, okay, there's Bradley Cooper.
Yep.
Oh, there she is, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, yeah, good job.
Done. Boom.
Nice. Cool. Right on. I also started at Sahara. Matthew McConaughey, who is in Sing with
Nice.
Scarlett Johansson.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
What is Steve Zahn is a voice actor in something.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
that like reemerged like right at the edge of when the when the new one was coming out, that meme came back.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, that I bet, or if not, then it's an amazing coincidence. But like, I think studios should have like a meme department.
Monty. He's
Stuart Little. That's right. Please.
Unreal.
Wow. Man, Steve Zahn.
Dude, Steve Zahn.
Give me more Steve Zahn, man.
People forget.
I need more Steve Zahn.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I think that might do it for us.
I think
This will be a long one back, but it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be around the right time.
I feel great. I feel great about this one. Yeah, a little under an hour.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't know how we get into this, man, but we got to start writing these.
Yeah.
Because bunch of stinkers out there in Hollywood right now. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
bunch of
real.
sequels and remakes galore that no one's asking for. People are still seeing them, so that doesn't really help my point. But
yeah,
let's get some new blood out there on
the
screens, guys. You guys aren't even trying.
First Blood Part 2.
No, we don't want. So, First Blood.
First Blood.
Part 2. As this was part 3 of Marvin, Mulder, and Watney. All one story, 3 different parts.
Cohesive.
And we greatly appreciate you being with us on this journey.
Yes, thank you so much.
We got to rediscover it today and just build on it, and it feels phenomenal. So, tell your friends we're out here, not coming.
And your enemies.
You know what? Yeah, love us or hate us, send them our way. Love them or hate them. We want you all. You know, we care. So we can't promise when this will be hitting your eardrums, but it won't be soon, because we are on brand here, and that's very important to us. But we will catch you next time on Not Coming Soon. And in the meantime, we hope you get to where you're going.
Those are beautiful sentiments that we put together.
In the car going.
Yeah, it's true.
So like,
or they're in prison and they have nothing else to do.
They're literally where they're
taken
going.
in.
Yeah.
They've taken in every single piece of content that's on the internet, and they are just scraping, and they are scraping the bottom of the barrel with us. Down here at the bottom of the barrel.
If that's you,
bye.
Man. Bye.